All right, welcome back, everyone. Oh man, my voice
I
is
might have to do the introduction.
cracking already.
Welcome back. Scott, where is the voice?
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Or we won't.
Yeah, once again, Little League Baseball gets the better of me.
Yeah.
But
Or he's been hanging out with Hunter Biden. We don't know.
we're going to talk about that. Yeah, we're going to talk about Hunter Biden gets hacked again. CPI numbers are coming out this week. Inflation's crushing everybody.
Inflation's the worst.
Except you, because you're rich.
No, it's made up at this point.
Yeah, I think we're going to talk about that. That's a great point. We'll talk a little bit about little Staten Island news, what's going on around us. Krispy Kreme, but no Whole Foods.
The Italians taking the hit.
Oh, yeah, this week was tough for a lot of Staten Island.
We'll do the sad news first.
Yeah.
Get rid of it, and then we'll go into...
he was an idol of yours, I bet, Santino.
No. Listen, I liked him in The Elf. Actually, Misery was my favorite. And I think like El Durango or something, one of those cowboy movies he was in with John Wayne.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about those.
Yeah, bro, but Misery, come on. I don't even know him as
Santino Corleone.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people, especially on the South Shore, do. So.
Oh yeah, forget it.
That's because you live on the other side.
There was a morning on Page Avenue. There was nobody in the first limo, but there was just so many people just following it around, and the music was playing. They get into it. It's like Yeah.
So
the Irish.
Yeah. Without further ado, let's get at it.
Real estate, music, tech, pop culture, sneakers, NFTs, comedy, whiskey, tequila. Woo! It's the Too Many Topics Podcast, an absurd and hilarious take on, well, a lot of things. Here are your hosts, Scott and Tommy.
All right, we're back.
Here we are.
My voice is not, but we are back. I gotta drink a little bit of water. Excuse me.
No, that's all right. How was the weekend? You again, not to hop on the Little League action, but I know you were away for another tournament.
Yeah, Chase had his first tournament. It wasn't about Presley this weekend. Finally, we got to see him and the boys with the Titans play way out in Delaware. That wasn't fun. 3.5 hour drive is not my idea of.
But did you get to enjoy Delaware as the state too, or were you just at the field the whole time?
No, we rained out on Saturday, so we got to see a lot more Delaware than I really wanted to see.
The water gap.
Yeah, no, we weren't over that part. We were more towards like Maryland, so it's
Murderland,
Rehoboth or something. I can't even say. I still can't say the name.
Murder capital of the world. That was.
Is it?
It used to be. Yeah.
I didn't know that. See that a little bit of knowledge Tommy comes up with. Yeah, I apologize for my voice up front because I don't know. I guess screaming for the little ones got the better of me
come
again.
On. You know you're excited. This is our first video. Right?
Yes. We got our man Andre. Finally, we got a professional in here.
A professional. There's cameras everywhere. I've never seen so many before.
You feel important?
I do. I feel like I'm at a press conference. Go Yankees. I don't know what to say in front of these cameras.
Yeah, you seem like you're a boxer, maybe a UFC fighter. You're like the next Joe Rogan.
Yeah, it's what's in that cup. But
what about you? What'd you do?
My birthday, turned 41.
Yes.
Getting old. Now I'm over the hill, right? When I was a kid, like those cards, 41 over the hill, I thought it was so old.
Yeah.
Right? Is the hill 40 or is the hill 50?
I think the hill is 50, but I thought 19 was old back
Well, listen,
then.
I'm just glad I made it to 41. I God bless, I'm here. A
lot of people probably didn't think it would happen.
No, or be in the position I'm in.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
I'm surprising everybody every day, even myself.
Even yourself.
Yeah, thank God. But I was putting in work. A lot of people take July off in the real estate business. I do not. I don't really take off too much.
This is starting off to be a great month for you.
Yeah. I hope it continues. And again, it's the work that you put in is what you get out of this business. You know as well as anybody what you put into something is what you get out. I'm really excited about this, bro. I'm not camera shy by any means, but this is amazing.
No, it's good.
We have lenses all over the studio, and
you
guys are going to see it.
You wish they could see it?
Yeah. Wish you guys could see it, but you're going to see the other end of it. You're going to see us,
the finished product.
Yeah.
So speaking of real estate, with these numbers, inflation through the roof, everything through the roof.
What are they saying with inflation? Do they have a percentage of what it is this year?
Yeah, well, last month's numbers were, I think, 8.3%. Of inflation going up monthly, and now their estimated number, I think, is 8.7. So I think they come out with like 9.1, just to fuck everybody up.
I just think I don't even think it's inflation at this point. I think it's what people could get away with. And again, I told you, and it's only because I go to
to steal now.
Yeah, it really is. I go to a pizzeria today, and again, one of the many hundreds of them on Staten Island.
107.
There's no prices anywhere. They pulled all their menus. There's no prices in the whole place. You know, the section on the board, it's gone. And I'm like, yeah, 2 slices and a chicken roll.
Took her way too long to come up with the number.
She like looked at me and was like, 17? Like, what?
Are you asking or are you telling?
It was more than that. And I'm embarrassed to say how much I paid for 2 slices of pizza and a chicken roll and 2 sodas. I was eating with somebody.
I was going to say, I'm glad that you're eating with somebody because that's a lot of food.
Yeah, it wasn't all for me.
Married,
I will say this. It was one of the better chicken rolls I've had on Staten Island. And again, we'll save that for another episode. But
well, you could blow the spot up.
And again, it's...
We're quick to say bad things about everybody. You could say something good about somebody.
Yeah, no, it was very good. The chicken roll was very good. What I paid for it was very bad.
Not.
Yeah. But again, they look at you and then they throw a price out, see if it sticks. I'm like, how about half that?
Yeah.
You know?
Between energy and food, those are the two that topped it. I mean, energy is just ridiculous.
Cars are ridiculous. Again, I told you prior to all the cameras being on, in my business meeting, we have a guy doing leases, and he's saying the average lease right now is over $600.
Oh, I definitely believe it.
A Hyundai is
how about something I listened to this morning that said 12% of Americans have a car payment over $1,000.
I just again,
which is ludicrous. That is insanity.
And 12% is a big number.
Huge number.
Where are they going? And again, is it all? I'm big on taxes now. I'm big on write-offs and things like that. But still,
I got to do research on that number. It seems astronomically high.
And now with gas,
there's people. Half the people that we know don't even own cars, let alone.
I just think it's definitely a rent payment. It's definitely part of a mortgage, and they're pricing people out of.
Well, it's like the real estate market. It's kind of the
and
same
come
thing.
September, everybody's back to work. I'm hearing big companies are saying, "Hey, listen, you got to come back." They don't even want something hybrid of 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on. They're looking for a full. Again, these companies have bought floors in Manhattan, or they pay rent on these whole floors. They're not going to keep these things vacant.
But do you think it's a way for them to get rid of people that don't want to come back?
Oh, sure. Right? Well, again, so right now
it'll shrink down the workforce.
People that we both know had to make a trip down to Florida to ask some people out of the mortgage company because. Right now mortgages are taking a hit, as you know, with interest rates going up. Absolutely. People aren't producing. You got to cut the fat somewhere, and
if it wasn't for the demand, the real estate market would be in the toilet right now, with everything else. People.
Demand is still there because supply is still low.
Absolutely, so, and people need housing, and I get that.
I just bought a house at 6 and change %. Trust me. Where are you borrowing money at 6.5%?
No, listen. Historically, it's still, phenomenal.
You're not borrowing money. Nobody's lending you money cheaper than that.
But the problem is, everyone's been accustomed to 2s and 3s and 4s for the last decade. That now you hit somebody with a 6, and now they look at you like you're robbing them, and that will slow down the demand. I mean, people just can't afford what they used to be able to afford. And if they have $1,000 car payment, that's a couple $100,000.
It wasn't a slowdown. I mean, these past couple of weeks in real estate, it's like somebody jammed on the brakes or pulled up the e-brake. I still have an e-brake you could pull up in my car. So they a lot of people have stopped shopping, And
Well, I think they're getting priced out a little bit now, right? That the house that they were going to spend $750 that they couldn't afford, now they can only afford $650, and they're not getting anything near what they wanted to get.
1,000%.
And I think that's going to slow people down, thinking that whether they're second timers and they just sold something and made some good money on it, now they're not getting the return back of what they thought they were going to get at that lower interest rate. And I get it. I think that as long as this war continues to go on, which I cannot believe. Again, I'm not big political to watch.
Anybody? We're at war with everybody, right, America?
It's the point that this war was supposed to last a few hours, and now we're sitting here months and months later, and other than India and China, like everyone else is suffering from a energy perspective. And it's funny because India and China will buy from Russia gladly,
no problem,
sucking it all up.
Buy from them, sell to us.
But I don't know. If you look at this thing, I feel like this war is creating this inflation that now is going to be more catastrophic than the people that are dying in the war. Like people don't understand that they're going to have these countries that are up right now. You see our inflation's up 8%. There's countries that are up 60% right now.
Yeah,
that's going to kill people.
Yeah.
And when food. That was the other thing I saw, like some weird number of like calorie deficiency is up, like everyone's down 400 calories, which for some people is pretty good.
Yeah, I need that.
But for someone who's starving, now,
not good.
And people don't realize that we live in this country with all this abundance. There's a lot of people out there that don't have it.
And then again, do people start to adapt and start growing their own fruits and vegetables, switching their diet from, get rid of the meats and
and just eat popcorn every day?
Yeah, popcorn's great.
Yeah.
Low calories.
Filling? Is it filling?
I don't know.
I know it's
I'm
horrible
not a big
for your
popcorn
teeth.
fan because,
it's horrible for your teeth.
It's the sharp stuff gets stuck.
Yeah. Then I'm choking. Yeah. More people probably died from popcorn than in the war.
But inflation is not a joke, and I'm glad that we get to laugh about it a little bit. And
no, it cost me probably $160 to drive to Delaware. Like, people, you don't realize
easily.
That too.
Vacations are up. We were looking to do a little quick getaway on a weekend. Everywhere is $300 or better a night. On places
airlines
that 2 years ago.
Airlines are up 38% year over year right now. But they did say that there's going to be a pullback post-September. That you'll see that the demand is going to fall off and you're going to have prices come back a little bit. What is a little bit? I don't know. If you're up 40% and you come back down 10, is that really, it's like spitting in the ocean.
Was it you who told me the first thing to go is that credit card payment? Like,
of course,
people stop paying
of
minimum.
Course. Yeah, because it's not going to affect your credit the way that a lateness on your mortgage is going to, right? A lateness on a car, those things are going to hit your credit report a little bit harder. So that's the trickle down effect, right? I'm going to miss the Macy's card. And then I'm going to, miss the American Express.
Well, going shopping now whatsoever. And listen, I don't typically. Short Hills, if people aren't aware, is a very high-end
It's where
mall.
Tommy shops.
Yeah, not me. Listen, I walked in there and I couldn't fathom the prices on. And I'm not trendy whatsoever, but these were the ugliest pairs of shoes and sneakers I've ever seen. I'm a big, again, Jordan guy, but old school stuff, and just these Balmains and Balenciagas. 1,700.
But we talked about that a
2,500.
couple episodes ago, right? How fashion is the biggest con out there, right? People
really
have been doing
is.
that for
It
years,
really is.
buying shit to talk for them.
But one thing, the store was packed.
Of course, because
Packed
there's all this
with people
free money
asking
still.
for size.
Well, because credit card companies have been giving out credit like crazy for the last how many years? Free money has been flying around for the last 2 or 3 years. So that's what people are still spending. Look, when you see luxury items like Rolexes up, I don't know, 300%.
Yeah,
From
wild.
The Daytona that lists for 12.5 last year was, I don't know, 25,000, and this year it was up to 40. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
I made a mistake. 20 years ago, I should have bought the Daytona. I think it was like 3,600. I was going to get the black one for
Probably
it.
a lot of years ago.
Yeah, about, I would say 10, 15
Oh,
years
and then
ago.
you still have these kids that invested in crypto that made, ridiculous money, even though they took a hit over the last 6 months. People still made a tremendous amount of money, free money getting thrown around everywhere, thanks to, your president. and the administration giving away stuff.
With crypto, just to hop back a second, a couple platforms have been pulling their accounts on to pay for crypto.
Yeah, somebody
correct?
said that to me yesterday. Should they take their money off a platform? You know, you saw it in Robinhood, right? You saw when they had a liquidity problem that people couldn't get out of positions, people couldn't get their money out of it. That will happen with exchanges here, right? That'll happen when they don't have the liquidity to back up what they have, and they will freeze people's accounts. They will freeze your ability to take the money out. They will freeze the ability for you to transfer it. They'll freeze the ability for you to buy and sell, just the way Robinhood did. So yes, the problem is, okay, so I take my money off of an exchange and I put it on what's called cold storage or a cold wallet. To get my money, I still have to go back to an exchange. Well, an exchange, right?
It doesn't have to be Robinhood.
Right, it has to be something, right? It doesn't have to be Coinbase, but it has to be something. It's the difference of, do you want to be held hostage by someone telling you when you could take your money out, or you having the key to say, okay, well, I can't do it now, but at least I have it. It's in my, on my person, whatever you want to call it. And you get to dictate when you want to do it.
I just want to touch on stocks a little bit. So I was speaking to somebody and he was like, well, if you don't sell, you don't lose, right? How true do you think
like
that
Warren
is?
Buffett. I mean, listen, how true is it? Figuratively, it's 100% true, right?
If you just hold it.
Yeah,
but what if the company never comes back?
Well, then that's the problem
you
that you
lose.
run, right? Yeah, they say stocks is paper, right? It's all on paper. If you don't sell it, you don't lose. I understand that, but unfortunately, in tough times when people need liquid, they're going to sell, and that's the issue that you're having with. Why do you think now you're starting to see Rolexes and these secondary markets coming back a little bit? Because of the fact that people that spent a ridiculous amount of money on stuff over the last couple of years is now going to sell stuff that they spent ridiculously amount of money on, and they're going to take a haircut.
How do we beat inflation? Are we buying stocks right now at a discount? Are we still investing in real estate? How would you tell the person listening to us what's one way they could do to beat inflation? And
listen,
I would say just don't eat at the pizzeria I just left.
Well, no. I mean, obviously, shrinking down is the number one thing that anybody can do, right? Tighten your belt a little bit, and instead of going out there and spending $7 on a cup of coffee, stay home and have a cup of coffee in your house. That's the simple answer. But the truth of the matter is, real life stuff like gas and food and energy, those things are so through the roof right now that the average person's just getting crushed. It's not hurting the top 1%.
No, you'll always be
driving his Bentley. He doesn't care if it's $80 or $160 to fill the thing up. It really hurts the middle class. It hurts the people that, the family of four that's trying to go on vacation right now that can't. But I think everybody is going to have to take a step back and start to reevaluate what they're spending their money on. And ultimately, but getting back to the original story of investing, it always comes down to doing your homework, right? It always comes down to looking at companies that you think for some reason or another, either recession proof or, have the ability to withstand certain bumps. Like me personally, I have always liked the garbage industry, right? I think garbage is everyone's always going to have them.
Yeah,
so
sure.
there's companies out there that you can probably look at today that might be somewhat discounted that will be recession proof from that perspective. But we were just talking before, we went on about Amazon, right? Amazon, there's been this golden goose for how long? Everybody loves Amazon. It's the greatest thing in the world. I can get something in 2 days, then I could get it in 1 day. Shit, that's not fast enough. In 2 hours, it's at my fucking door. Sure. They're starting to realize that, first of all, free shipping doesn't work, right? That Amazon Prime thing is going to go to shit. They're not making any money at all. And now coupled with fuel and labor shortages, I'm really curious to see where this company goes, right? Because of the fact that they're going to get hit on both angles. I mean, they have ASW, they have some other stuff that allows them to continue to operate without making any money. But they're going to look at their e-commerce business, and they're going to see that there's some cracks there that can easily go down. People talking about driverless cars and stuff like that.
Yeah, going electric, robots, things of that.
Yeah,
drone.
but and then you have the person saying, "Well, I'm not getting. So how am I getting the package? I got to come out of my house and I got to go knock on. I got to get it from the car now because there's no driver in the car.
Driverless.
Yeah,
You're saying,
so there's so many. Does Uber work that way? Possibly. Uber Eats, stuff like that. Grubhubs. But again, I got to get out of my car and get my food. Nobody's gonna want to do that because they're so ingrained with the laziness of saying, "Oh, I just press a couple buttons and everything gets delivered right to me." I think that what should happen is people start to realize that, well, if I can't get it in 2 days anymore, what do I have to do? I got to get in my car and I got to go buy it back to the store.
Back to the store.
Right. And
people are going back to the stores.
And that's what I'm going to,
The mall was jam-packed. Again, it's a high-end mall, but it was jam-packed.
But I think that's what you'll see. You'll start to see people making changes and not necessarily relying on technology the way that they did, the way Amazon has relied on it, cheap technology for a long time. Now it's not cheap anymore because real life items are expensive, right? Just the work shortage that they're having is a huge problem.
Huge.
Coupled with fuel prices that
there's help wanted in every store. And to cut back on that, I think what America is seeing, or what everybody's seeing, is now people notice that pivot of how to change, where years ago nobody really noticed it or nobody was really looking. I think now everybody's looking at, hey, what's the future going to be? What do I have to do? A lot more education is out there. People are doing their homework, what you said. But then there's help wanted signs everywhere. I just don't understand. Again, are they giving out free money? Is it?
Well, I think it's still that people still have money, right? That they've gotten from
still unemployment for 2.5 years now. They haven't worked. Now they're just lazy at this point. Why
listen,
work?
Lazy, there's an argument there that says, your father and my father and grandfather did it wrong, right? They worked their ass off for 60 years and then they retired and died a month later. They didn't get to enjoy anything, right? These kids today, at least they're enjoying something, right? They're enjoying their family a little bit more. Or that fiber is coming back.
I hope so.
But I just feel like you got to be careful because, still this country was built on hard work. It wasn't built on staying home. And the more people that get comfortable with making $3,000 a month or, staying home for a set price, that's communism, right? That's the start of it anyway, in my eyes. So I believe hard work is going to get everybody through this. And, with a little shift from technology, we'll see where it goes. But, yeah, man, I can't talk anymore about inflation. I'm sick to death.
No, let's go with a little bit of local because, again, it's I busted on them for a few weeks in a row, the Ferry Hawks, with what they were doing. And
they were like
they must have heard. They must have heard the
like
podcast.
19-40 or something like that.
And now they're on a winning streak.
Yeah, well, their season resets at the second half, right? So everybody. No,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the first half gets played, and maybe the first two teams make the playoffs. Then they reset in the second half, and those first two teams make the playoffs, or something like that. There's some sort of a algorithm or whatever that gets these teams there. But they do reset, so they're 4-1 now.
They're the best. They got to be the best team in the league.
I think they're in second right now, but they're a hell of a lot better than being in the basement. Right?
Oh, of course. Now they're doing TikToks. They're all over social media.
Well, and they're drawing more people. They're definitely drawing more people. They were averaging, which I don't believe it, but again, the couple of games I went there, I didn't see it, but they're averaging about 1,200 people a game, which is bottom of the barrel for the league. But little by little now, they're starting to.
The stadium looked packed. For
4th of July, I was there.
It's great to have the fireworks.
Yeah.
Again, great for the children. You don't want to bring your kids maybe to to Citi Field or to Yankee Stadium when they're that young. Bringing them local, letting them see a game, letting them experience the stadium, and then the best part to go out to the field or the fireworks at the end.
And plus, it's something that you can just spur the moment, spontaneity, just do it, right? If I'm taking my kids to the Citi Field or if I'm taking them to
That's a day event.
But I gotta get tickets. I gotta do this. I gotta make sure that they don't have anything. I don't have anything. My wife doesn't. It's a big plan to get to the game. This thing is, you get home at night and you're not doing anything. You jump in the car and you drive 20 minutes.
And you can leave.
Yeah, you drive 20 minutes to the stadium and it's a live event. So I think that, as they bring in more stuff, they're doing the fight there in September. So as they're doing boxing matches and they did 7 or 8 graduations, so they'll start to get people in the stadium just from those things.
To utilize the stadium that way was the best thing
As a venue,
possible.
right.
Use it as a venue. Get people, get concerts in there. Bring people to Staten Island. Again, you're taking the boat right over. Very simple to do that.
And I, from speaking with Gary Perone, he always had that vision. It was always a venue to him. Yes, he's a baseball guy, and it's obviously in his blood that he loves the game of baseball and wants obviously them to succeed from that perspective. But it also has a lot to do with entertainment. Right?
Oh, sure.
He brought a tremendous amount of entertainment to Brooklyn, opposed to just baseball, right? So that's what he's doing there. So I think, listen, it's their first year. They're halfway through. They got time.
Yeah, from the video I seen, he had a magician.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, the King Henry.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. And that guy was there, there forever. But they'll get their thing done. When we were there, I actually bought a Kelsey Whitmore jersey. So it was funny. I took a picture with her. She's still breaking barriers. I got to give her a lot of credit. She was on the news today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, about first female professional baseball player. Yada yada yada. Which is, listen, it's great for her. It's great for the game.
It's great for the game.
Yeah, it's and she's a player. She's a ball player. That's for sure.
A nice little segue out of being an athlete. Oh wait, do you want to keep going with
What do you mean?
the Met?
Oh, well, the Mets. No, well, about the Mets. The Mets are they're actually struggling a little bit right now. I wish I could have a little bit better
It's
news.
only July.
No, but they got a huge
They'll
series
struggle
coming
more,
starting
yeah.
tonight. Scherzer's back. They're playing the Braves. They're only 1.5 up. So this is a huge series for them. They have to win. But then they play the Yankees at the end of the month. So maybe we grab tickets to that
be
game.
Good games. A little Subway series.
But I think what you're talking about is the memes that you're seeing about Zach Wilson, the quarterback from the Jets.
Oh, the Jets, not the Mets.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Same team.
Yeah, no, apparently his girlfriend blasted him on whatever platform it is that these kids use today.
Was it Twitter? Or it could have been Instagram.
Probably all of them.
Yeah, it goes to one. It goes to
my face, maybe.
From one to everyone.
Yeah. But yeah, supposedly she broke up with him, or they broke up, and she's dating some dude from the Washington. I don't even know what they're called anymore.
Another athlete.
Yeah,
she knows she has a type.
You're not allowed to say the Redskins anymore. So, but the Washington football team, she's dating some dude from there. So she put him on blast, or somebody put her on blast that she's like a homewrecker, and she's like, homewrecker. He was dating his mother's best friend. Well, and again, I haven't really figured it out yet. It's either his mom's best friend or his best friend's mom. Oh. That was the big funny thing. Like, no one really is quite sure which one it is. But yeah, apparently he's playing for the Cougars now.
That's it.
Yeah, apparently he's playing for the Cougars. I didn't even know.
Not a bad team.
Nope.
I'd like to see what these people look like, though.
Oh. The mother?
Yeah, the mother.
Well, she came out. She's a pretty woman. She came out and said, I don't know, she did this Instagram 30-minute thing.
Everybody wants to be famous.
She didn't really touch on it, but she did in a different way of saying, how social media is ran by Satan and shit like that. So, and she's not far off.
No, he does have a button.
I kind of believe that Satan has something to do with social media.
He definitely has a button there.
But yeah, your boy Hunter Biden. You want to talk about him?
That rolls right into it, right?
I just don't get it. Like, I'm supposed to get hacked, right? like not him.
Well, we have nothing important going on.
Then that's probably why I don't get hacked. But I just don't understand how you continue.
I just love the amateur filming of the drug use that's going on, because that's straight out. But
that just goes to show you that the guy's got a problem.
Yeah, because especially if you're fighting over 3 grams of crack.
Is that what it was? I don't even know.
So. I think the scale was teetering from like 2.6 to 2.6 from the video that I saw.
I just don't. Isn't there anybody around him that says, "Hey, let's not put this on film," or
keep the phones out of the room when you're doing this?
Or you can't get a computer that's encrypted, like. The guy from Silk Road did it. Like, you can't do it. Like, I don't understand it.
You got to start hanging out with better hookers, right? Right, because that's who is that who hacked them? The hooker?
No, it was this 4chan, which is a platform, an anonymous, no name type of thing. Everybody's giving it flack because of that, but I don't care. It's still funny. But his iCloud was hacked.
Oh shit.
So obviously he's upload. I don't even know how to upload anything to iCloud.
Yeah,
I
no,
give
it's
the guy a lot
there
of fucking
already.
credit.
Yeah.
Like
He doesn't know either.
Yeah,
That's the
apparently-
problem.
Yeah, apparently.
Because everything he's doing on his phone's automatically getting,
Yeah,
you
so-
know, he hit the automatic save button, which he fucked up and shouldn't have did that.
But again, you don't have any. Your father don't know anybody that could come in and help you out from
You
this
should have a
perspective.
presidential iCloud.
Like Norton, you don't have anybody from Norton that could
Norton.
come over and say, "Hey,
Norton 360. Call somebody from Norton.
yeah." That's the part I don't get with him. I'll be honest with you. He was something about he was taking hookers across state lines.
Wait, that's illegal?
Apparently,
I mean, I guess for him.
yeah. Apparently, if you get
If
caught,
they're in the trunk of the car.
yeah. Apparently, he doesn't know exactly what's legal and what's not anymore.
No, the world.
But I'll tell you, getting back to the Mets, Pete Alonso is going to be going for his three-peat for the home run derby contest.
That's the kid you got the bat from.
Yes, and that's why I'm
Give
hoping
him
that he
back
has
the bat.
Yeah, that might be a great idea.
Listen, say here, this is what you won with, you know.
Well, I'm sure the guy Gregory Siff, who's the artist behind the bat,
Oh, he made him a new one.
I'm sure he made him quite
Of
a few of them.
course,
So
yeah.
I'm sure he's got another one. But yeah, my son won that bat a few years ago at a auction of his, which was pretty cool for $10. So
Speaking of bats,
we'll see what happens.
Krispy Kreme donuts.
I don't know where the bats come in, but okay.
The bats are going to be flying because
Can
it's
you
in
imagine-
Springville.
We can't
The bats will be out.
we can't get a Whole Foods because they said our education level wasn't high enough on Staten Island.
but it's good enough for Krispy Kremes.
But Krispy Kreme, we're right in with.
Bro, that's the donut shop that you watch them being cooked, right?
I don't know. I don't think I ever had a Krispy Kreme.
I think so. I think I might have bought one or some in a shopping center or something where it wasn't fresh though. But I think they get made fresh on a conveyor belt, and you watch that whole process going down.
I don't know. I saw them in Delaware. It's
I'm an
funny.
old-fashioned guy, so they do. I think they do glazed though.
Oh, why? They only have one donut?
I don't know.
Come on, they gotta have more than one donut.
No, I think it's right. Is it one donut?
I'm.
They have more than one.
Yeah.
Everybody makes a jelly donut.
I was gonna say,
if you don't make a jelly
and you're
donut-
on Staten Island, then you're
well,
not gonna.
Staten Island has all these bakeries that are probably going to be pissed because they do the Oreos and the peanut butter and jellies and this and that.
What I don't understand is what's taking them so long to build it.
Why so many donut shops? How many donut shops do we have on Staten Island? There's a Dunkin' Donuts right here,
And then you got that other
Tim
one, that
Hortons
Tim
down the
Hortons.
block.
That one just opened
and
up.
now Krispy Kreme. Does
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme do coffee?
I'm assuming so. How do you
We
have
gotta do
donuts
more
without
research.
coffee?
When they open up, we're going there.
Of course,
You know, and we'll
I'm sure that
we'll,
we're gonna
we'll
go.
talk about it
Yeah.
on the show.
I'm sure we're gonna go
I
there.
bust down donuts left and right.
Listen, I heard there's nothing bad about them other than that they're super fattening. But
And hot.
they're
and
gonna-
fresh.
yeah, they're
That's
gonna-
the key to a good donut.
the problem is, I think they're opening up in January. They said, which is bizarre that I've been watching this place be built for
Super long time.
5
But-
months now. But what is a donut going to cost in January?
Oh, $9.
You might not be
$9.
able to go there without a mortgage
And-
application.
I can't think of the name right now, but what was the corner place right here?
That's the one you were just talking about, Tim
No,
Hortons.
now it's called Paco Taco. I think
Paco
right here,
Taco.
right across the street. I'll get the name of it.
Across
but
the street's the
that's opening up soon too.
Isn't the dump across the street?
No, right next to Outback, your favorite steakhouse,
Okay.
and that's a paid advertisement there. Oh no, unpaid. Outback, if you're listening.
Yeah, you're not a good steakhouse.
Oh, horrible.
Blooming onion.
But right next, the Bloomin' Onion's great. But right next to Outback,
Next to Angelina's.
yes, but the other way.
Okay.
What was that? TGI Fridays.
TGI Fridays.
Closed down. Something's opening up. I think it's called Paco Taco or Crazy Taco or something like that. But I'll get the exact name for the next show.
And with all this, I was just talking to Joe today about this. With all this space over here,
Commercial space.
where the fuck is Cheesecake Factory?
I hate Cheesecake Factory.
Why?
I'll burn every single one of them. Hey, they keep it dark in there for a reason. Listen, there's two good things, and they're
You're
like
the only person I know
appetizers.
that doesn't like that.
Bro.
Two good things. There's 7,000 things on the menu.
Yeah,
That's the only bad thing about the place.
You eat anything else but the two things, like there's like a avocado egg roll that's really good, but they keep it so dark in there, it's disgusting.
But the
they ever
mac
turn on
and
the
cheese
lights?
balls is
No,
the
bro.
greatest creation in the
Come
world.
on, dude. You don't eat there.
Yeah, those
There's
are the
so
only
many
things I
good
eat.
places to
Those
eat.
are only
Listen,
things I
we
can
just
eat.
had to eat there at Short Hills. We were starving, so I said, "Listen, the mall's the only place on this road that I know to stop."
Yeah, they don't got American Joe's over there anymore, right?
They have nothing. There was
Yeah.
nothing there,
Joe's
and nothing
is-
was open.
that place was
We
great.
tried to get into. There was legal seafood. We tried
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
in
yeah.
there, and they were closing their doors. They said the only place you're going to be able to eat at this time is Cheesecake Factory. Horrible.
What time did you go there?
But do
10
people?
o'clock at night?
Yeah, it was like 8. The mall closed at 8, so it was like right there, like
Try-
7 something. And
Those
we
when
had
the deals are at the end of the day. Yeah, you didn't
no, there
sell
was
it.
no deals. There was no deals there. And Cheesecake Factory's horrible.
He tries to negotiate later on at night thinking that they didn't sell it yet.
Yeah,
They'll give it
come
away
on,
for cheaper.
Come on. Come on, give it over. There's no deals to be had.
Not in that place, that's for sure.
No.
So what else is going
And people
on?
are
What do you got
shopping,
going on
so-
this week?
People ain't getting hit with inflation over there, I'll tell you that.
Well, you know what I found out in Delaware? There's no tax on anything.
Yeah, it's amazing.
No tax.
That's great.
Like food, there's no tax. The bill came, it was $52 even. I'm like, how's it $52 even?
No tax on food.
There's no tax on anything.
The whole state.
Yeah. This is what I'm finding. I mean, I could be wrong. But
Yeah,
there's
we're
no
gonna have to
sales
fact
tax.
check that.
There's no sales tax. Andre, what do you think? Sales tax or no sales tax in Delaware?
No, I haven't been shopping there. But isn't Biden from Delaware?
Yeah, Biden, he is from Delaware. He's right about that. We're driving past people's houses. They paint his name on the side of the house, and then the next door has a Trump sign. Then it's like a battle for a
Oh,
neighborhood
that's
over
horrible.
there. Yeah.
But nobody else would know where Delaware was if this guy didn't come from there.
No, that's not true. It's our first state. You should know. You
And
should
I know the
learn.
Delaware Water Gap. I went down it.
Yeah, you should have
in
learned a little
raft,
bit about that.
right? You
Actually,
go-
I'm not gonna lie. I learned that this week because my kids said to me,
what, where they signed?
"No, on the license plate it says, Daddy, why does it say the first state?" I had the opportunity to be, brighter than them at that point.
Yeah.
I said, "It's because they're the first state."
Ask Google why they're the first state.
Yeah. So I learned that, but I told my kids I knew.
That was my line. I would ask my father, "Oh, go look it up in the encyclopedia." Now it's go online, go to Google.
Just
now.
Google it.
Google it.
That's a verb now.
Yeah,
Google,
Google
it. That's a verb. They changed it.
Yeah, it's no
But
more.
yeah, so Biden is from as crazy as that sounds. He's repeating lines on the teleprompter, but he's also from Delaware.
No, and he's not doing a good job at that, repeating these lines. He's getting all caught up with his word. He's like us. We get baffled with a few cameras in front of us. I feel for the guy now. I know
No,
what
but-
he's going through.
But again, you should have your team around
Yeah.
you that
He's just
does something
pumping
on
me at
there
one
that
point.
says like, "Don't say this,"
Just
and then say,
Let me move my mouth and you fill in the words.
Yeah. It's
Just make sure they're the right ones.
yeah. Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens in November, but we're in a whole slew of shit right now. I'm not sure who to blame and who not to blame, but I just know that it cost me $160 to drive to Delaware. It's going to cost me another $19 to get a pound of ham tonight.
160 there or
No,
total?
the whole thing
total
was like
trip?
$80-something.
Okay, that's still horrible.
Hotels, every hotel's $500 a night.
Yeah, wild.
That's the whole thing.
Wild.
Like,
And they
since
know
when
you're
is-
coming.
Since when is Little League games warrant a $500 room?
No, but they know you're coming and where you're going to stay.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna ever host it again.
Again,
after
it's
our
like
kids
this
did.
pizzeria. They saw me coming. You're stuck. You already ordered. You move down the line.
They size you up.
That's
now.
it. What has he got in his wallet? Oh, I
yeah.
see some cash because you always pull out and then you start counting.
You told me your watch was fake.
No, yeah, no. No, I switched. I had the 100. I flipped it around.
Is this
And
the
then-
guy that
and
just
then I
pulled
paid
up in
with
the
my card
BMW?
anyway. Paid it with my card anyway. It's going to cost me $80 at the end of the day with tax and interest. So
Yeah,
the
that's-
chicken roll was worth it.
I don't know why I segued to this, but because I just said BMW. People in Staten Island are crazy. I just love it. But I was reading something today. Apparently, there's a lady that walks, at lights asking for money.
The gypsy.
Yeah, but like a baby. And someone wrote they saw her get dropped off in a BMW. She's a scammer. I'm like, this is Staten Island is crazy. You can't do anything
Listen, the one guy who's not scamming is the guy with no
with no
legs.
legs.
Yeah.
I feel bad for that. I give
But
that guy
listen,
money every
even
time.
the other guy. So if you're from Staten
He's
Island,
on Bradley in the
know,
highway.
You know these people. You see if you're driving around, you see these people. But again, you spend 8 hours there, 9. There's a telephone job somewhere, right? It's just
It just
You
it's
just don't wanna
amazing
work.
that in America, you know, other countries have to laugh at us, right? They have to say like, all you have to do is get up in the morning and walk in
and
the
ask
street
for money.
and ask for money, and
and you get it.
someone's going to give it to
Yeah,
you, right?
yeah.
You know,
If
the
you
ladies,
ask enough people, sure.
someone's giving it to you. You know,
That's how I started my real estate
try doing
career.
that in like Bangladesh. See how far
No,
it
you're gonna
gets you.
get shot.
Yeah, see how far that gets you. I
You're
just
gonna
think
get
that it's just bizarre how people put people on blast so quick where we live. It's just nuts.
And I read the same post that you read, and social media is great. And I think it's like, well, if you feed the ducks, or if you feed something, you feed the cats, more cats will come, or they'll come back.
Yeah.
You know, you feed somebody one time, sure, why not? It worked. Is the baby real?
I don't know. I just hope she doesn't have like a husband behind her, like telling her to get out there and make more
Or it's
money.
a whole team of them.
Right.
Like
Right, so
see,
here you
I
go
want
now.
things to get interesting. Let's find out if the.
Well, you should
listen,
interview her.
I'll dress up as a lady. I have no problems with that.
It's not the first time.
Yeah, and carry a Cabbage Patch
You never
doll.
got paid for it.
How much are they making? Is what I want to know.
I guarantee you, she's doing like you just said. She got up again to do it.
Yeah. So you got to be
Right?
making money,
So
right?
she should be somewhat successful.
No, yeah.
It's just
And it's cash.
yeah.
It's the way to beat the inflation.
You know what? I didn't even think about that. That's the way. That was the simple answer. You just get a kid, walk in the middle of Richmond
Get a
Avenue.
kid.
Just get one. Just get a kid.
Get a kid.
Doesn't matter.
Wait, do you think they're there now?
I don't
that
know. I
wasn't-
don't know where they were.
That
right?
wasn't Richmond Avenue. That was heavy South Shore.
Oh, was it? I don't know where
Come
it was.
on, that post was.
But she came out of a BMW. That's all I know. So she's doing better than me.
Yeah,
I got to start taking my kids to Richmond and Highland.
there you go. Get out.
Shine. I'll try anything.
But now, what about the guys who on the weekend, right before you get on the expressway, they're the Knights of Columbus.
Oh,
Those
they-
guys
but
have been
don't-
out
they
there
do-
30, 40 years.
How about when I was a little kid in Little League? That's what you did. You went
Oh,
out
sure,
there, you
you
shook,
canned,
you
right? It was
can or
called
shaking,
canning.
whatever they
Yeah,
call it,
yeah.
and we did that all the time.
Canning.
When's the last time you seen a Little League team?
Never.
These kids are too entitled today.
No,
They're not gonna. They're not
Yeah.
going to take pennies from somebody.
No, and you're not putting your kid in the middle of Richmond Avenue nowadays.
No, but years ago,
Yeah,
Mr.
years ago,
Heel
people would stop.
in Mid Island, we would get out there and we would.
Oh, sure, can.
But you're right. You think about it today, kids would be getting hit left and right. It
Yeah,
would not
right.
be a good look.
Nobody's looking
Right.
up anymore,
Everyone's on their phone.
bro.
Somebody said that the other day. Why don't you invest in billboards? I said because when you stop at a light, what do? They said look at Facebook. I said
Yeah.
exactly. No one's looking at
Nobody's
billboards
looking up.
anymore.
And again, who are people texting and who? It's just.
No, they're checking their shit. They're checking that Instagram and this
I
and
mean,
that.
the conversation could wait, no matter what. You're at a red light, and
And you
listen,
see it all
I
too-
get caught out there all the
Listen, you
time.
see it all too often.
I get caught out there. I go down on my phone. If I drive around so much, but I know the lights. I know lights that are quick. I know lights that are long. So if I'm at a long light, like right here on the corner,
You'll grab at least 3 posts at that one.
easy.
Answer
easy
to
likes.
drive by liking.
Drive by liking.
That's your game.
Oh, that's horrible. Horrible.
My throat is horrible. Holy shit! I
No,
can't
but they
wait to see how
changed
this
that
sounds.
whole algorithm with Instagram, right? Because now I don't scroll down anymore. I haven't scrolled down, I would say, in months, and I just realized this now. Now I'm just strictly stories. If you don't make a story on the top little bubble,
Yeah.
I probably don't watch it. I probably don't, see your post at this point. I don't know if the whole thing changed or I just changed my way of
I
viewing
just think
things.
that's how people want to receive information today. They want a video
Fast,
format.
yeah.
They don't want the still picture anymore.
And that's what, led us here to this. I mean, we always had this plan, though.
Yeah, we just never had Andre. Now we got Andre.
No, yeah, now heavy hitter.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for hooking us up.
We're going to have him on the show.
Yep. So, what do you want to wrap up?
Yeah,
What do you think?
Yeah, I think.
And what do you got for the rest of
I
the week?
think for an improv, because we were supposed to have a guest today. He's out on Richmond Avenue with his son asking for money. So we had to do the show
Without him,
without our guest.
But we
Big
still
shout
did it
out
right.
to him.
whoever he is.
Yeah, you know who you
You're not
are.
getting him plugged.
Yeah.
You're not getting him
no
plugged.
plugs or no more invites.
Yeah,
We invite you once.
that's it.
There's
that's
no
it.
there's no second.
What
know,
what else
once
you
we're
got for the rest of the
famous-
week?
the rest of the week. It's Monday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be in the office. A few new things. Inventory again. My inventory is growing, but that's because everybody, like you said,
Fear of missing out.
And again, it's not. They think it's 6 months ago, not even 3 months ago, and it's not.
Well, that's got to be a hard conversation with people, right? I would assume that
super difficult.
People that today are still looking at prices from 6 months ago, and my friend sold for X, and how come you can't get me this?
They still have this, the foreigner with a bag of cash idea, which is ludicrous. It doesn't happen. I'm telling you, I close on properties all the time. It has never happened. It happened once a few years ago, and the closing didn't take place.
Right. 99% of deals are conventional, and that's how people should look. They hear the one story of, this specific group that came in and bought my house for more than it was worth, and maybe that you catch lightning in the bottle once in a while, but for the most part.
And listen, a great way, back to the inflation.
Well, I would think mortgage people having that same problem, right? When they tell you when someone told you a couple of months ago, when you were buying the house, 6%, you probably either said to yourself, fuck, I missed 3%, or this guy's lying to me and I got to go check it out.
And then I had to make, a tough decision on, do I wait it out? And what's waiting costing? Because I think that it's going to go higher.
No, it's going to continue to rise.
And I think inventory will open up.
But it's so crazy because even these numbers, they talk about these CPI numbers and the data.
When's that coming out?
Wednesday. Okay. And it's a lagging number, right? It's not a leading indicator.
Yeah, it's from
right. So it's
6 months prior.
Is there nobody in the administration that gets it? Hey, maybe just make it 1/10 higher or 2/10 higher, and they would infuse trillions of dollars. The stock market would pump.
Shoot up.
It would be, I just feel like the country's not ran by adults. Everyone said, it has their feelings on Trump, but the truth is he would probably be quick to fix a number and make everybody make a lot of money.
He'd go like that.
No.
Rub that one out. 9.
I'll make it 7.9, right? So,
done.
So we'll see what happens, but I mean, it's nuts that a couple of decimal points is worth trillions of dollars to our economy. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think I just got work this week. What do you got? I was trying to get away for a few days, and I was looking at the prices, and I said, "Listen, we're not doing this."
No, it's. I mean, air flights are crazy. I was looking the other day for your trip in September. I think the flight originally was 400. It's 7 something now.
Yeah.
So those of you that didn't book Tommy's party, you better get out there.
Yeah, or you're missing out.
You're gonna be hanging on the plane.
Oh man. And now they're talking about all these connected flights, who's missing bags, even though we're not doing connected flights or anything. But again, the airlines are not looking good right now.
Oh, well, they have a shortage as well, stories. Of course.
And again, be nice to everybody, right?
Well, you must have saw that post of that lady that wrote, right?
She's she said,
you screaming and yelling at me, you're not getting anything any faster from us.
And go to the bathroom with no shoes on. Do us a favor.
That's not water on the floor, she said. What's wrong with you?
There hasn't been a plane I haven't pissed all over the seat since I've been flying.
Thanks for that.
That I'm going to the bathroom. I'm a big guy. I don't fit in the stall itself. But B, you're moving.
Right. It's like you're trying to piss on a bus.
Or a train.
Right. This is like 100
I'm just glad it's not flying back at me.
That's true. That would be a fucking huge problem. Right. Then the floor wouldn't have a problem. But nobody would worry about that. But yeah, she was funny. A stewardess said 12 things not to do, and one of them was to the girl that wears no fucking clothes on the plane, please don't tell me you're cold. Wear fucking clothes. Yeah. She goes, because if you do, I'm probably going to put the air on.
Listen, I like bundling up because then I can take off and I use it as a pillow.
It's always cold on planes.
But then you have these TikTok videos of we've been wearing the neck pillow wrong for 300 years and you got to turn it around.
Oh, really? I don't wear one of them. I can't. I mean, sleeping sitting up like that to me is like you're dead. I don't know. I can't sleep like that.
Well, you're always first class. I don't see how you. I'm in the back.
They're here with the chickens. Yeah,
they're still smoking in my section.
That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, she was good about this girl. She said that if you're traveling 7 hours or less by car, drive.
Yeah, but driving now, you're gonna get beat up too.
I understand, but she's saying that missing
again,
flights and stuck in airports.
I think your best words of advice, and I'm trying to take them, and people need to tighten their belts.
Yeah.
And going out to dinner every night, even if it's fast food, even if it's your local spot, like, of course you want to support everybody. Of course it's easier, but again, being at home and a home cooked meal, and a lot of this from when we were all locked down and locked in, I think we should go back to that mentality a little bit.
Well, I think people are going to be forced to. I think that,
have that family time, have that dinner together.
People are complaining, but you're out there buying coffee for $7.
Oh, wild. Wild. I mean, listen,
you're not,
don't get
you're
me
not
wrong.
complaining. You're bougie.
Starbucks makes this chocolate cold foam.
Right, but it should be called $7, not Starbucks.
Yeah, it's $8.
Yeah, I mean,
it is phenomenal.
To me,
it's a treat for me, though.
Yeah,
when
but
I
to
wanted
me,
it, I'm
makes
not
no
a big coffee guy. But it's a treat for me when I do drink it. They make some great
think about
drinks,
it, but you buy
expensive.
one a day for it's $35. It's $150 a month. You're spending $2,000 a year on coffee.
On one cup of coffee.
Right? Can you imagine the countries what somebody would do with $2,000?
No, of course. Start a business.
Right. Change their whole entire generational wealth.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're buying coffee.
And again, we complain on where we live.
Bougie.
Right?
Yeah.
Bougie.
Entitled.
We are. Let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap it up. All right. Thank you for listening. We'll be back Thursday for another interesting episode. Yeah. See you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Too Many Topics Podcast. Be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. While you're there, leave us a rating and review. That helps spread the word about the show. Want more? Check out www.toomanytopics.com.